Let's build a Dogbone Interchange. This interchange is a variation on the Roundabout Interchange, adding two semicircular roundabouts on the ends and straight pieces in the center, creating the iconic bone shape in the middle. Today, I'll show you an easy way to build this beautiful interchange fully vanilla. Although I am using precision engineering for easier measurement, it can be built without it using the exact same technique. To build this interchange, we'll start with dirt roads, as they're easier to work with. I create a guide road in the center and draw a box around it, with each segment 3 units from the highway, extending 15 units from the center road on each side. Next, on both sides, I create two 12-unit long roads, 4 units or 1 zone square away from the guide road. Road guidelines can be helpful to ensure this is all aligned. After this, at the first guidelines, I draw out 8 units on each side like this. To make the roundabout sections, I use the curved road tool to make 8-unit curves in a complete circle. Next, we will delete the center guide road and highways, redrawing it, taking it from ground level to 9 meters, or 3 elevation steps if you're not using precision engineering, at the first road guideline, and then keep it that height until the third guideline, and bring it back down to ground level to create a smooth overpass. Next, bring the 2 outside center roads underneath the overpass. Connect the ends of the box we've created to the highway, and then connect all roads up together like this. For this particular variant, I want the junction in the roundabout to be smooth. So I'm splitting out the ends of the collector road into 2 roads to enter the roundabout at a sweeping angle. Now we will upgrade everything except for the very center guide roads, paying attention to lane mathematics. Typically, you'll want to have the roundabout be 3 lanes and the approaching segments 2 lanes, while the on-ramps to the highway being 1 lane. But depending on the roads you're using, your results may vary and you may do it differently. Now we're going to delete most of the guide roads. The interchange will function at this point, but we want to optimize the ramps and make everything a bit smoother, so I'm leaving the dirt roads in the center of the roundabout and a piece sticking out a bit like this. We will use these for guidelines to make nicer looking ramps. Ideally, we want both the 2-lane highway and the 1-lane ramp to connect to the roundabout sections at the same node. To do this, I use the freeform road tool to first connect the 2-lane segments at a very slight curve, and then the node should be able to handle an additional 1-lane ramp coming into it as well. Doing it vanilla can be tricky, as you may need to try a few times to get it right. I like to keep everything as straight as possible coming into and out of the roundabout. Next, make sure your directionality is correct and delete the remaining guides. Now, if you're using mods, we can use the Traffic Manager mod to better manage the lanes, using Ctrl+S to make everyone stay in their dedicated lane, although you may need to manually manage it depending on your traffic situation. You can do a quick roundabout setup in the center using Ctrl+Shift+Click, and because of the way this interchange is designed, it will apply the correct yield and priority signs to the entire Dogbone section. I noticed that the traffic was still merging in a weird way, and I played with the lane connections a bit more, giving right turns off the highway a dedicated lane. It flowed a little better, but still had some issues. I'm sure if I played around with it more, I could have gotten it better. And if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave a comment. So the traffic flow for this interchange, with lane management and proper lane mathematics, the best I could get it to was 82%, which is actually pretty good. The traffic in the roundabout sections does back up a little bit, but overall, at this high a traffic volume, this interchange performs surprisingly well. Up next, I'm going to show you how to build a similar interchange, which puts the roundabout in the center instead of at the ends. So click here to watch, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more quick tips.